Hey friends, and welcome back to a brand new video all about Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. Today we have something really exciting because we're going to talk about one of the most iconic characters in the whole Poppy Playtime universe, Huggy Wuggy. Huggy Wuggy is officially coming back, since he appears in the ending of Chapter 4 and also in one of the new Steam screenshots. So, in Chapter 5, Huggy Wuggy won't just be a memory, but he'll be part of the story again. We will talk about his role in the chapter. But that's not all, because after that, we'll also talk about a new 3D model of Mommy Longlegs, the main mascot of Chapter 2. And as we already know, a part of her body was taken by the prototype after her death. That means one thing. If we meet the prototype in Chapter 5, we might also see a part of Mommy Longlegs with him. In today's video, we'll explore new clues, wild theories, and hidden secrets. And we will analyze the new 3D model of Mommy Longlegs. And of course, don't forget to do something super important. Leave a big like on this video to support the channel and help me bring you even more crazy theories and secrets about Poppy Playtime. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next updates, new theories, and next news. So get ready and let's dive into the darkest secrets of Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. Let's start by talking about Huggy Wuggy. Huggy Wuggy was the first real antagonist we ever faced. In Chapter 1, we all remember it. He chased us through the dark hallways and ventilation ducts of the factory, his blue arms stretching toward us as we desperately tried to escape. And at the end, after that chase, he fell into the void, making us believe he was gone forever. But in reality, the story doesn't end there. Already in Chapter 2, we found traces of his blue fur scattered around in one of the areas of the factory. Clear evidence that Huggy never truly disappeared. Maybe he survived the fall. In Chapter 3, his presence became even more disturbing. Not as a physical creature, but as a vision. An actual nightmare. We saw him again, twisted and horrifying, as if our mind couldn't let go of him. It was the nightmare version of Huggy Wuggy. And then came Chapter 4, where his appearance was short but incredibly powerful. In the finale, Huggy Wuggy returned. His silhouette appeared as a shadow, a silent threat, almost as if to remind us that his full return is only a matter of time. A clear message from the developers. Huggy isn't gone, and his story is far from over. Of course, we're talking about the real Huggy Wuggy, the original one from Chapter 1, not the mini Huggies we've met throughout the series of other versions. No, the one we're talking about today is the authentic Huggy, the most iconic and possibly the most unstable experiment of Playtime Co. And now, it seems that the time has come to face him again in Chapter 5. The question is, will he still be our enemy, or could he become our ally? And that, my friends, is something we'll talk about in the next part of the video. What will really be Huggy Wuggy's role in Chapter 5? Well, this time we don't even need to make complex theories or wild guesses, because the answer is already here, and it came officially from the Steam page of Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. We already know that Huggy Wuggy will be our antagonist. And there's one sentence that, if we read it carefully, completely changes the way we've always seen this character. On Steam, Huggy Wuggy is described as Playtime's security system. So he is a creature with a very specific purpose. And now we know that he is a part of the security system. This detail explains so many things. Remember Chapter 1? Huggy was right there, standing at the entrance of the factory. Still, silent, just watching us. He was the perfect guard. He didn't speak, he didn't move, he simply waited. His role was to eliminate intruders, to keep the truth buried inside the factory walls. We were simply the target of a security system gone rogue. And this security system was probably under the control of the prototype. And now, in Chapter 5, everything starts again. But this time, we won't be wandering through the main halls of the factory. We'll be deep inside the secret laboratories of Playtime Co., the darkest, most hidden places where the most horrific experiments were carried out, where the line between playtime and nightmare was completely destroyed. And in this laboratory we will meet again Huggy Wuggy. His mission will be simple: to hunt us down and capture us, to stop us before we can uncover the ultimate truth behind Playtime Co. But there's more. This time, beyond his role, there might also be a sense of personal revenge. Because let's not forget, it was us who made him fall into the void in Chapter 1. It was us who caused his pain, his rage, his transformation, no longer the silent guardian of old, but a hunter, driven by two forces, his duty as Playtime's security system and his hatred toward us. And yet, the real question remains. How much humanity is left inside Huggy Wuggy? Is there still a spark of consciousness, of pain, of memory? Or is he now just a hunting machine, a creature of flesh and metal, serving the prototype? All of this, my friends, we'll soon find out. Because Chapter 5 is shaping up to be the darkest and most brutal chapter of the entire saga. And Huggy Wuggy will be its face, its monster, its final guardian. Now let's talk about another very interesting element that might hide a clue about the future of the game. The new 3D model of Mommy Longlegs. At first glance, this might seem like a simple curiosity. But in reality, it could reveal something much deeper about Chapter 5. This 3D model appeared on the YouTube channel of Wicked Makers, a group of creators known for their incredible real-world projects. If you know them, you already know what they do. They recreate characters from video games in real life, building them by hand with incredible attention to detail. And recently, they decided to bring her to life, Mommy Longlegs. To make this project possible, the Wicked Makers contacted Mob Entertainment directly, asking for the original 3D file of Mommy Longlegs. And then, Mob actually gave it to them. But it wasn't just the same old model we saw back in Chapter 2. Looking closely at the textures, the materials, the level of detail, you can clearly see that this model has been completely updated. Every small feature has been refined and enhanced. It's as if Mob Entertainment wanted to prepare a new version of Mommy Longlegs, more advanced, more realistic, and more consistent with the improved graphics we'll see in the next chapter. And this isn't random. Each chapter of Poppy Playtime has shown a clear graphic evolution compared to the previous one. That's why it makes perfect sense that Mob updated the 3D model of Mommy Longlegs, because using an old, low-quality model next to new, highly detailed ones would have created a visible inconsistency. But here's the creepy part. Remember that part of Mommy Longlegs was absorbed by the prototype after her death in Chapter 2. So, if we do see the prototype in Chapter 5, we'll probably also see that piece of Mommy. And if Mob really updated the model, that means the part of her body will now have enhanced graphics. This model upgrade was probably done to match the new aesthetic of Chapter 5, where everything will look sharper, darker, and more real. And that means the horror itself will feel more alive and immersive than ever. Mob Entertainment clearly wants to push the visual experience further to make it feel almost like a horror movie we're playing in first person. So updating Mommy Longlegs isn't just a technical improvement. Thank you so much for watching the video until the end. You are amazing. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.